everyone, we're going to factorize with complex numbers and radicals. And basically what we're looking at in this video is this one right here. Well, let's look at it. Let's think about why are we factorizing to begin with. The reason you factorize is because you're wanting to solve for x. And it's hard to solve for x if it's not in it's split up and simplified. So let's just set this for now to x squared plus 1 and set it to 0. If you do that, you get x squared equals negative 1, square root both sides, and remember to put the plus and minus in front. And that's going to give you your answer. So that's going to be your x. So that's basically what you're doing, and this is where this formula comes from. We know that this square root of negative 1 equals I. So this translates to plus or minus I. Therefore, what we're going to do is just write this as x minus I, x plus I. And that's your factored part. If you set it to 0, you would get your plus and minus I. If we use the formula, we would just use A equals x and B equals 1 and fill out the formula. So let's do the others. For the second one, x squared plus 2, my A equals x and my B equals 2. Since this is going to be complex, for example, if you set this to 0, you would get x squared equals negative 2, so x equals plus or minus square root of negative 2, which is the same as plus or minus I square root of 2. So when you fill this in, all you're going to do is, this should be square root of 2. So when you fill this in, you're going to get x minus I square root of 2 and x plus I square root of 2. I was going to say something, I forgot. Okay, well, that's it. What I was going to say is usually we put the I in front of the square root, because if you put it in the back, sometimes it looks like it's inside the square root. So by convention, most people put that I in front. You don't have to, but it looks a little better. Okay, so let's just do the next one. The perfect square of that. So if I take the square root of 27, I can write that as the square root of 9 times 3, which equals 3 square root of 3. So all I'm going to do here is just write this with the formula. So this is your B, and your A is x. So the answer is going to be x minus, and then this way you write it as 3I square root of 3. Because remember, this is going to be I, because when you solve for this, it's going to be negative 27. So when you square root it, you're going to have to pull that I out. All right. And that's how you would write that. You might want to try this one on your own. Let's do it. First thing let's just set it up this way. So x squared plus 32 equals 0. X squared equals negative 32. So x equals plus or minus square root of negative 32. Now pull out the I, so you get plus or minus I square root of 32. When you simplify 32, pick a perfect square, which is the biggest one you can. So that's 16 times 2. So this is 4 square root of 2. So now just fill in your formula. So you're going to have x minus, let's do 4 first, 4i square root of 2, x plus 4i square root of 2. That would be the best way to write it. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.